Welcome to the first ever Football Forecast podcast. I'm alongside Tony and Anto today. A lot of controversial things to talk about this week, especially with the game on Sunday between Spurs and Liverpool. And as well, Chelsea lads, they've finally scored a goal. Well, they've scored already, but they've won a game back to back, Brighton and Fulham. So Tony, I'm going to come to you first. We put up a reel on our Instagram over the last couple of weeks and it has blown up. It's on like 96,000 views. It's like 800 watch hours. And the comments are coming thick and fast. They're still coming into us now. Have you read them and what's your reaction?
I read a lot of them, yeah. My reaction is, look, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Just because they're wrong doesn't mean that they're right. Look, we'll leave it as it is. If they're unhappy, they're unhappy. I still stand by what I said. I still don't think Liverpool are going to make Champions League next year. They might make top six. They're on a bit of a run at the moment. I just don't see them with the depth in the team that they need to keep this pace going. Because we all know that they start with lightning pace, but they tend to slow down as the season goes on. Was it 2 seasons ago when they were pipped to the post by City? Everybody was cheering them on, and they just didn't get there in the end. A lot like Arsenal last season. City are just a different team. They know how to keep going. I think Liverpool are a fantastic team to watch, but in terms of silverware, no, I don't think that they're going to be doing much in the next 4 or 5 years. The Champions League against Spurs, I'd win the Champions League against Spurs for crying out loud. You know?
Okay, so I suppose let's get to the bottom of it. There was like 600 to 700 comments, and I think maybe 5 people, and that's being kind, agreed with you.
Yeah.
Did you read some of the comments?
I did.
The majority said you had zero ball knowledge. What's your reply to them?
Look, some people got very upset about the fact that I talked about their team. They said I have zero ball knowledge. That's not the case at all. But look.
So do you still believe Liverpool and United will struggle? Well, United, they're in a different lane, I suppose, but Liverpool, you still agree they'll struggle to finish. You didn't say top 4, you said top 10.
I believe they'll break top 10.
Okay, you're going back on your words, so.
I'm going to go back a little bit given their performances, but I don't believe.
That was only like 7 days ago.
I really don't care. But look, to be perfectly fair, right? Liverpool have had a fantastic run of games, but they've had some easy games in there as well. Call a spade here. They have had some easy games in there. Now they scored the goals. They played well. Yes, fantastic. Well done, lads. I don't believe that they're going to make top 6 though. Sincerely, I just don't think that it's in them. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens.
And as well, there was a comment about your shirt. I believe that's the same shirt, is it?
Is it the same shirt?
No. This is a different shirt.
Someone said you had a shit shirt on that day.
Yeah.
So
I know. I didn't know
That was
come here. I didn't know Gakwan was a fucking Liverpool fan at all. Do you know what I'm saying?
Go on. And Spurs Liverpool on Sunday just gone.
Yeah.
What a game.
Yeah.
For the first 30 minutes was really good. I genuinely thought Liverpool played better with 10 men. Then obviously they went down to 9, but let's get your reaction to that game.
Yeah, it was a very good game, man. Tit for tat, sort of. Spurs, I think they started off really well, and then Liverpool sort of picked it up, I think, for the first 30 minutes. But yeah, when they went down to 10 men, I think Spurs are not used to having the onus on them to then win the game.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
They kind of got, they didn't know what to do. They kind of froze, yeah. Everything was kind of going through the middle. They weren't using the weight as much, or they should have. And then obviously Liverpool went down to 9 men, and it almost became even harder because they had 2 banks, they had the 4 defenders and then the 4 in midfield. So it was kind of it was really tough to break down, just compact. But yeah, it was a good game overall, man. It was, and obviously we're gonna touch on the VAR situation, which is
What a goal by Diaz though.
What a finish.
Fantastic finish. Absolutely phenomenal finish. I genuinely am going to speak from the heart here. I felt Liverpool were done absolutely nasty. It was dirty. It was dirty what happened to them.
Yeah.
Diaz's goal was a fantastic finish. It wasn't offside. I felt really sorry for Jota. The second challenge, I think he did it out of frustration. He's trying to help the team.
I think he just lost the ball, didn't he?
And he just kind of lashed out.
Get it back.
But the first yellow he got, that wasn't a yellow. He didn't he should not have got a yellow for that at all. And look, when you're on a yellow and you throw a challenge in like that, like you're always going to pick up, that second yellow. The red, look, it's a very controversial one. I mean, yes, his foot went over the ball, but at the same time, it came down on the player's leg, and studs were involved. Like, when you make a challenge like that, like you have to get it right. You have to. There's just no room for error. We've seen time and time again where players go in for a challenge like that, and they end up catching the player. They get sent off. I still believe that could have been a yellow. I think that was a very harsh red.
Look, I think we all agree it wasn't a malicious tackle.
No, it wasn't malicious. No,
definitely not. But I genuinely think it was a red card.
Yeah.
Do you?
Jonathan one.
No, the Curtis Jones.
Curtis Jones, yeah. Because I mean, look, nowadays you can't. If your studs land on a player's shin, unfortunately it's a red card.
It is. Yeah.
Look, obviously he didn't mean it, but it's really hard to prove intent in players. Right? When you go for a challenge, you go to win the ball.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't get there, and you might actually catch a fella wrong, and it's nobody's fault. It's just the way football is.
Yeah.
These things happen.
It's a contact sport.
Yeah.
It is a contact sport.
Like Curtis Jones didn't mean to actually go.
No, I don't believe he did either. And like, if you want to win in the Premier League, which in my opinion is the best league in the world, right? You have to be the most competitive. It's as simple as that. And
it's football anywhere, man. It's not even just the Premier League. It's anything. Anyone that loves playing football, you want to be competitive. You're going to go into challenges. So it's I mean, by the letter of the law nowadays, it's a red card. Unfortunately, I don't like it personally, but it's just the way it is.
It completely ruined the game. Even though Liverpool started playing better and better every time they got a man sent off. At the end, then Matip scored a free cone goal. I thought he was superb throughout the game.
They're actually. I'll give Liverpool credit. I can't stand Liverpool. I hate them. They're my most hated team. But you have to give them props, man. Jurgen Klopp and just the way they perform.
You really do. And like, whilst I would agree with that sentiment, I don't like Liverpool at all. I think Jurgen Klopp is an absolute genius.
I think for me, best manager. I think pound for pound he's the best manager in the league.
Like,
ahead of Guardiola.
He doesn't have.
I do.
He doesn't have the financial resources that Guardiola has, right? But what he has done with Liverpool, in the time frame and with the money that he has, I mean, look, he's done a fantastic job.
You get the best of the players, man. Think about the players. Like Wijnaldum. Don't turn Wijnaldum into like almost a world class midfielder.
Yeah.
Like Robertson and all these. Like, I know we're going slightly off topic here, but it's just to give him, a bit of props. But going back to that Luis Diaz goal, man.
Phenomenal.
I thought when I was watching it live, I was like, what a finish, man.
And do you know what's even worse for Liverpool fans? Is if that goal stood, that would be a genuine contender for goal of the season.
Well, already?
I mean, come on, it was a class finish.
No, it was a class finish.
It was a tough finish, man.
Tough finish, yeah.
So
the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
But today is Wednesday. Yesterday we got the audio from VAR on the day.
Like,
no words.
I swear to God,
no words for it. I mean, the lads were having a laugh and joke. You can clearly hear them in the audio, and they had so many chances to stop the game.
You hear it in as well. He's asking him, "Are you happy with this decision?" Like, he's literally giving you an out here. He's literally giving you an opportunity to say, "Actually, hold on there a second. I'm not 100% happy with this." But they just kept on going. Like, lads, I'm telling you, like, that team, lads, when God was giving out brains, they must have thought he said trains, and they each took a slow one. Like, seriously, they really, really, really messed up.
They shot it. They actually bricked it, and they didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
It was like, are you happy with that? Are you happy with that? It's like...
But I would like to point out, though, right, in the last number of seasons, there's been so many changes to VAR. You just don't know where you stand anymore. And, like, even the officials, the people who are in charge of it, they don't know what's going on anymore. So that's why the lads bricked it, because they were constantly second guessing themselves. Everybody's going on about how we should be bringing in the World Cup VAR, because apparently it's better, right? The VAR system in England is a very well set up system if it's used right. Now, if you have a clear, defined set of rules that the officials follow, right, and they're not second guessing themselves, they won't be making these mistakes. They made this mistake because they genuinely didn't know what to do, and you obviously hear them laughing. That could have been a nervous laughter, like ha ha ha, or after messing this up. Oh, bollocks. Do you know?
I don't know.
I think we all just agree it should go back. No VAR. Human mistake. They hold their hands up. They say, "Look, my bad." And I think we can all, obviously, if it's our team, we'll be snapping and whatnot, but I'm sure we'll get over
Well,
it.
we are football fans, like, we're fickle as well.
Exactly.
Like VAR was brought in to help referees.
Yeah.
It's
and all
making
it's
their
done
jobs worse.
is highlight how bad they are.
Yeah.
And
It's
now we're
hindered the
debating
game.
even more
Yeah.
on decisions, and we shouldn't be.
No, we
That's
shouldn't be.
that was the whole point of
Yeah.
VAR as well.
We shouldn't be. Like,
But now it's got worse.
where were the lines for the Diaz decision?
So, no,
Like,
they probably.
I mean, come on. Like, seriously, did they?
They never showed it.
No, they didn't. And I'm telling you now,
Unbelievable. I can't
I
believe
genuinely believe there should be a rematch between Spurs and Liverpool because
Oh no!
here's
Klopp
the thing, right?
did come out today and say that as well. Why do you think that?
Well, here's the thing, right? Let's say that Liverpool do kick on and have a fantastic season, right? And let's say it does go down to the wire between City and Liverpool, right? If there isn't a replay done of this match, those 3 points could actually cost Liverpool the title. They could, because we've all seen seasons end with where there's moments in the season where a decision is made and a game is won or lost or drawn and it's cost the team massive. And I do honestly believe that Liverpool should be given a second chance at this because they were done so nasty, man.
I wholeheartedly disagree.
It just can't be
cannot,
done. No.
Because look, every team benefits from a wrong decision, from a good decision, whatever. You can't just keep going back and having replay. How far back do we go? I mean, Liverpool had a nickname called Liverpool for a reason. Because they got benefited from VAR decisions. So, nah, man, you can't do that. I mean, Liverpool, not last season, the season before, they won a trophy based on VAR decision, which was the League Cup against Chelsea. Lukaku scores a perfectly good goal. Chelsea would have probably ended up winning that, and that's that. You can't. Are we going to ask to replay that now? We can't.
Like, to be put, look, I get the point you're making, right? But at the same time, I want to see improvement within this sport. And as I said before, previously on this show, football is being ruined by money, and now it's being ruined by really poor decision making. If we don't put something in place to stop this now, this is only going to get worse, lads. This is only going to get worse.
But the only thing we can put in place is stop it.
Yeah, to get rid of it.
Completely stop it.
Okay, so how about we stop it and split the points? Give Spurs and Liverpool a point each.
Point and a half.
Oh yeah, jeez, that's fair. Yeah.
And moving on to Monday's game, Chelsea versus Fulham. Chelsea away, and they picked up 3 points.
Yeah.
I didn't actually watch the game live myself. I had my own match where we lost as well, but we'll figure out that.
You suck.
Anto, talk us through it. You're praising Conor Gallagher.
Yeah, Conor Gallagher. Look, I don't particularly rate Conor Gallagher that highly.
Yeah.
I think his issue is just on the ball. I think off the ball, we know he works hard, he runs a lot. But against Fulham, even after the last couple of games against Brighton as well, he was actually really, really good.
Yeah.
Just his pass, his link-up play with Enzo and Caicedo, it was really, really impressed me. So I have to give him props there. Hopefully he continues to do that. He was wearing the captain's armband as well, which is a bit weird to see. But
I was actually speaking to DJ about this recently. Apparently, Poch wanted Thiago Silva to take it, but Thiago Silva didn't want it because he was already a leader, kind of a thing. Like, you know. So
I think it kind of makes sense. You know what? I think it kind of makes sense because Chelsea is a young squad now. So I think just get the captaincy sorted now. For the next few years with James and Chilwell, but if they could stay fit. But just going back on the Fulham game, really good win. We really needed that because it was looking really, really bad. We didn't look like scoring a goal at all.
Yeah.
So it's big relief there. Mudryk finally scored his first
I
Chelsea
see the
goal.
Lovely finish. Yeah.
Lovely finish. Lovely pass by Colwill. Playing out of position and playing on left back. He's another example where he's getting better and better every game. Honestly, he is class. He's only 20 years old. Caicedo as well. He was brilliant. That was the Brighton Caicedo against Fulham.
Yeah.
And
speaking of Brighton, back-to-back wins. We beat them midweek last week in the cup.
Yeah.
So Tony, things are looking blue.
Things are looking blue, yes, but quite a dark shade of blue. Like
the jersey colour.
We have 2 wins. Yeah, fantastic. But look, we spent 200 million on 2 players, and we've got 2 wins. What a boast! I mean,
3 wins.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, we
beat
beat Luton as well. Hooray! I mean, look. In the end of the day, I do agree that some Chelsea players are getting better. Like Gallagher, yes, he's starting to thrive. I like to see that, because I think once Labia becomes fit again, Gallagher's position could very well be under threat. So I think he's got a point to make, and I think he needs to use this time now wisely to make the point. Especially if he's been given the captaincy 4 games. I think he's showing posture in training that, look, I'm the guy to lead the team. Fair play to him. It's good to see it, but at the same time, I mean, I know I said before that fans are fickle. I'm certainly one of them. But we spent an awful lot of money since Todd Bowley has taken over.
Billion.
I mean, look, in the end of the day, we're Chelsea. We have a very strong heritage, very strong history. We've done jaw-dropping things throughout our time. But this isn't acceptable. What's going on at Chelsea is just not good enough. We're going out there and we're struggling to score. I mean, how do they expect to win games if you don't score goals? We have to be scoring goals. All the attacking talent in our team, and it's just not. It's not happening. It's not good enough. You've got players there running about the place crying about their contracts. Why don't you cry about the goddamn games that you're not winning? I mean, if you want to be able to sit down at the end of the season with your agent and say, I want to be paid more, you need to be putting the on-field performances in there, and the players aren't doing it, and it's just not good enough. It absolutely drives me mental. That game against West Ham that we lost, I almost had a heart attack at one. I'm just not. It's not good enough. Chelsea really need to cop on. The players need to cop on, and whatever is going on behind the scenes, because there's something clearly going on, it needs to stop. Mind your goddamn business. If you're not the manager, don't be going into the freaking dressing room. Stay out of it. It's not your place. Mind your damn business. Do your job. Let Poch do his. Let the players do theirs, and just shut your damn mouth. It's as simple as that. Sick of it.
Whoa.
I'm sick of it.
Didn't see that one coming.
Much like the goals for Chelsea this season.
Where do we go from here? Champions League is back. Look, I'm sure we all in this room right now agree with you. That was passionate, man. Love it. Champions League is back last night. We had Napoli and Real Madrid. Just quick mention that Valverde goal. VAR is in the head. Valverde goal last night, lads. It went down as an OG in the end, but I don't think there'll be a better goal this week anyway.
I don't think I've ever seen a ball struck so hard in my life.
What a game of football!
The ball just flew across the. I mean, the cameraman couldn't even keep up. It was just like across the screen. It was unbelievable.
Liverpool and Chelsea aren't obviously in the Champions League this year, but geez, Champions League could do with Liverpool and Chelsea. Arsenal last night, United last night. They're making the Premier League look like a farmers' league.
They
so
absolutely
bad.
are. Yeah, no, I mean United. Just I don't even know where to begin with that, and I just don't even think I want to touch that. That's how bad they were. Arsenal losing.
It's no surprise with Arsenal. Come on, Arsenal, they have a terrible history in Europe. Honestly, they're shocking. They never put up a fight, and they never go further into the competition. Do you remember when we used to get battered by Bayern Munich all the time?
Every year.
Oh yeah,
just you know what I mean? At least put up a fight, make it look like you're competing. They never do. And I mean, the Arsenal fans want to talk big and how good their team is. At least do it in Europe. Do something in Europe, big, and then talk.
Yeah, the Champions League does need the likes of Liverpool and Chelsea. You know,
clearly with the history that the two teams have.
Absolutely, two very accomplished teams in the Champions League, and two teams that will, like, when you go to their grounds on a Champions League night, it's just a different atmosphere. Yeah. It's intimidating. It's like. The Champions League does need Chelsea, it does need Liverpool. But you know what? Look, in the end of the day,
we didn't deserve to be there.
No, we don't. We absolutely don't deserve to be there. I mean, we don't deserve to be in the Conference League as it is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
you know.
True. But yeah, look, I think we do have to Arsenal and United. Even United as well. Terrible recent history, you know.
Arsenal last night losing to Lens. Arteta made a big decision playing Saka. Just coming back from injury. He looks like he's going to miss the weekend now. I was only saying to Anto off camera, Arsenal do not look the same team without Martinelli and Saka.
They have no pace.
No pace. They're depending on the likes of Havertz.
Jesus Christ.
We've all been there.
But off with a cone, man. Honest to God, that guy. Thank God. Look, I know Chelsea are bad still, but thank God that fella's gone.
Like, I'm actually glad that we got the best out of him before we
at least he actually done something.
I mean,
he'll be in the history books for Chelsea forever at least.
Oh no, he will.
Champions League goal.
2 out of the 3 out of the 4 lads in this room were there that night. Like, when I was sitting beside Colm and Banksy here as well.
We weren't there.
We
We weren't actually in Porto. We were in.
That's
we
the
were
last time
together.
I watched the Chelsea game with you two nobbins. I know, but I mean, like, that was a special moment. Like, Havertz going through. What a pass as well.
Well, I don't know. It was more special. You going for a pizza 20 minutes into the game.
What?
The Champions League final.
Right, listen to me.
I did not know that.
Listen to me. I'm a nervous eater, right? I was watching Chelsea in the Champions
were
League
hungry, man.
and I needed to eat, okay?
I'm the opposite. If I get nervous watching Chelsea, I can't eat. So
Really?
how the hell did you go to get on
This is fast money, man.
Yeah, it's fact.
But moving to Manchester United, we touched on it there briefly last night. Lost 3-2 at home to Galatasaray.
Zaha, yeah.
Ex-United player. He had some game.
He did actually. He did, yeah.
Yeah,
He did.
And you know
pretty
what?
game.
That team, that Galatasaray team, they have some tasty players. Now they might be
They're
past.
Premier League rejects.
Yeah,
literally.
probably past their prime, but like.
But see, there now, what you said, the Premier League rejects, and they're beating people in the Premier League. Like, they're beating teams in the Premier League. Like, come on, like, I mean...
Well, they're beating a team that's 10th in the Premier League.
Crystal Palace, beat them. Zaha was up against Diogo Dalot.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lads,
he's gonna have night.
how
well,
we
he
see
had
that
night
fella
last
wearing a
night,
Man United jersey.
Even
honestly.
Varane looked very bad.
Wow,
last
he looked
night.
sluggish. He looked
Yeah.
slow, man. I don't know what the hell he
And
was.
Casemiro again, just
Yeah.
that midfield is all over the place.
Yeah, it
Mount,
is.
I thought, had a decent game.
First time he had a decent game for United.
Highland looked tasty.
He was the
looks like a
only,
player,
he was the
Yeah.
only shining light in that United.
Yeah. The keeper, I wanted Onana last season.
Yeah, you did?
I really
You were
did.
raving about him, actually, yeah.
Jeez, he hasn't had a good game.
No.
Awful lads. He was.
I know players take their time when they come to a new club and a new league and a new way of playing, and like obviously you're moving from where he was to England, right? It's a whole new lifestyle, right? But my God, lads, he has fallen apart.
But they do say being the United goalkeeper is the toughest job in the world besides being the manager of Manchester United.
You know,
Like,
I thought that was being a Liverpool fan.
David De Gea must have been watching that game just smiling. Like,
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
amount of fans that tweeted after that game saying, "We're sorry, David."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like when you think about the history of United goalkeepers, the calibre they've had, like
They've had a few
they've had some seriously good goalkeepers as well, though. Like
Barthez, Roy
Van
Carroll.
Van der Sar.
Van
No,
der Sar.
I'm thinking though through the years they've had some bad keepers.
Oh, bad. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Like they've had the Van der Sars, they've had Schmeichel obviously.
Barthez was very
Yeah.
entertaining, but
He was great to
He
watch.
was,
Yeah,
like-
it was pay-per-view like box
Yeah.
office. But let's get on to Ten Hag, lads. Is he in
Yeah.
trouble? Is it too
Oh,
early?
big
Are we?
Oh, I think it's getting there.
Will he be there at Christmas? Do you reckon?
If not the way it's going.
if he gets the vote of confidence from the board, anyway, we know he's sealed. Like,
To fix their roof first anyway.
Yeah.
Old Trafford. But
And they need to fix that sign as well. That Galatasaray
yeah,
fans
yeah,
tore down
Yeah.
last night.
yeah.
So a lot's going on there at United. But Ten Hag, Tony,
I think
you rate him. You said it. I think we all rate him here. But
yeah.
he's just not getting the team taken at the moment.
No,
Is he?
look, I think United are a cursed team since Ferguson has gone. Like his last season, right? He wins the Premier League with a team that did not deserve to win the league. That's Ferguson for you, right? After that, then it's just all downhill for United, and I think United are cursed since Fergie left that particular position. Ten Hag, lads, like wasn't it what was the previous Dutch manager's name?
Van Gaal.
Van Gaal.
Yeah.
Didn't he come out and say that Ten Hag shouldn't take this job? I think he did.
Yeah.
I think he
Set
came
up
up and said,
any
yeah, he
manager
did,
that would take over
Yeah.
United.
like
to be honest with you.
I think he came out and he said he shouldn't take this job. If he values his career, he shouldn't take this job, right? Well, if Ten Hag did have a good spell for a while there, lads, but at the moment I don't know what's going on. I don't see him lasting much longer because we all know full well like what happens in the Premier League when you don't produce the goods all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
I think the only two managers who would be somewhat kind of immune from it would be Klopp and Pep Guardiola, right? But we've all seen what happens. Like, I mean, Chelsea are a classic example. How many managers have we been through the last 4 seasons alone?
Chelsea do that anyway.
Lampard. We had that ball guy that recently left Chelsea.
Oh yeah,
The assistant
Bruno,
Bruno, yeah, and obviously Poch now as well.
But under the Ten
And
Hag thing,
Tuchel.
right? Tuchel. But under the Ten Hag thing, right? I know you can't put everything on him.
Yeah.
But let's go back a little bit because the first season they finished third, and they won the League Cup. First of all the League Cup games they had were at home. They didn't play a single. The only team I of note they actually played was Newcastle in the final, really, and you could say Brighton, but they didn't play City, they didn't play Liverpool, didn't play Chelsea, anyone, right? And also the form of Marcus Rashford last season. Now, before the last season started, nobody predicted Rashford to score. How many goals he scored? Over 30?
30.
No, not even the most confident United fan would have predicted that would happen.
Yeah.
So fair play to Rashford, he did that. Now, what would have happened if he hadn't? Where would United would have been last season, right? I know this season, he signed even more players that he wanted. He wanted Højlund, Mount, Amrabat. Who else is there? Martinez, Anthony. By the way, who is absolutely awful, lads. He's shocking. So like all these players he got, right, and they're actually way worse than last season. And lo and behold, Rashford not scoring goals. He can't get the best out of players.
Did you see that last time when he was through one-on-one with the keeper and he passed it off to Bruno?
Yeah.
You know what? Shoot.
No, again, but that's not Ten Hag's fault.
Oh, I know.
Because I want to put everything on him, but he still should do more.
Amrabat left back.
Yeah, that I don't understand. I know they have injuries, right? We
all have injuries. We're playing Cucurella right back.
They could literally get someone from the academy and play left back there.
Yeah.
Like, come on, they had Crystal Palace, Galatasaray, Burnley. I mean, they're hardly like unwinnable games if you miss a left back. So I don't know. I think United have been absolutely awful, and way below par even for the players that they have, because they should be doing well better than what they're doing.
I was only saying to you as well ago, if I had the choice of United being a United supporter or Chelsea supporter, I would pick Chelsea all day long, simply because all these United players right now are in their prime, and this is what they're doing week in week out, and all the Chelsea players, they're all 22.
We're young. We've the youngest squad in the Premier League.
Yeah.
So like,
and I mean, the only reason why our squad number is higher than it should be is because Thiago Silva's like 40. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that brings it up a little bit. But like our squad is 22 and under.
Yeah.
So
I think we have time, right? We need time for us. But I think United, they've literally regressed since last season. When you finish third and you win a League Cup, you're supposed to progress, get closer to Arsenal and City. They're actually way further. I mean, they don't even look. They played Burnley actually. Burnley, and they lost. They won 1-0, but they were actually outplayed.
Yeah.
They were played against Wolves. They were played for a large part against Nottingham Forest, which they did come back. What are the game? Spurs. They only had like 30 minutes in that game. United were good, and then after that, and then they hardly done anything against Arsenal.
There's something serious going on at United in the background as well.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you had a previous manager come out and say he just don't take a job there. Like, I mean, for crying out loud, United had Jose Mourinho. Like, come on. You had Jose Mourinho.
He's still their more successful manager since Fergie left. Like, and they hated him.
And like, there's something serious going on. I mean, it's very, very evident. But then all the off-field controversy as well. That has to have a serious impact.
Greenwood, like Anthony, Sancho.
Yeah.
Obviously that does not help, but.
Just coming back on Jose there as well. Jose actually said one of his greatest achievements in football was finishing second with Manchester United.
And do you remember everybody?
I think now we see why.
Everybody was laughing at him. Remember, what's he talking about? And now everybody knows.
That pretty much wraps up the first ever podcast of the Football Forecast. Thank you for watching, listening. We're on YouTube as well over at Football Forecast. Make sure you do smash that subscribe button and turn on those bell notifications and leave a comment as well. Who do you think will win this weekend? Arsenal or City? I'm happy with that. I'm very. I forgot the VAR. Yeah, we had this little thing in our heads. Just do the VAR thing at the end. So lads, you can sign off with the VAR.
Are you happy with that?
What?
Are you happy with that?
What?
Are we going with the on-field decision?
Yeah, good process.
Till next time, folks. Thank you.